Hello everybody, thank you for joining me for part 2 of your weekend love reading for February 28th to March 1st, 2020. Part 1 ran longer than I thought it was going to, so we're going to split this weekend reading up into 4 different parts. Actually, no, 3 different parts, excuse me. It's going to be 4 signs, for each part. And so for this part, we're going to be doing Leo to Scorpio. So yes, keep in mind that the energy and time are fluid. This can apply to, this person. We're going to be, backtrack. This is going to be set up a little bit differently than usual. We're going to be doing your energy and the energy of the person you're dealing with. We're going to be using 2 different decks, 4 different decks, 1 each with a clarifier for each, and with a nice new deck I got, the Animal Messages. Very beautiful deck, backwards. And we're going to be using that clarify the energy between you. So keep in mind that time and energy are fluid. I already said this, didn't I? Excuse me. So I'm going to take a deep breath, connect deeper with my higher self and spirit. I implore you to do the same. Call the spirit to please help myself and anyone watching this to hear, see, and know anything we need to hear, see, and know for the weekend of February 28th to March 1st, 2020 in love. So, hello Leo. Hope you're doing well. Keep in mind that this reading can apply to any aspect of your chart. I do implore you to have your chart open while we do this. Whoops. And the energy, time and energy are fluid, so these energies, while it is about you and another person, can apply either way and vice versa. So here we go, we're going to cut the deck. Let's get your energies for the weekend, excuse me. We got 2 Pentacles, and we have Queen of Swords. What's going on, Leo? Are you ready to cut somebody off? You feeling like you're in your Queen of Swords energy, about to cut somebody off? You feeling a little vindictive? Feeling like you want to bring a little balance to your life, maybe? 2 Pentacles, and that's basically, it's telling me like you want to put it into some kind of arduous cycle between you 2. So let's see. Oh. Not taking all of those, but it did come out, so I'll take the top 2. 7 Cups reverse and the Fool reverse. Tower at the bottom of the deck. So, yeah. I'm just getting this energy of like, you may be feeling disappointed in the way a relationship's going with somebody, so that may be making you feel like you want to cut this person off or you want to walk away. It's like I'm being told, it's almost like there's like this message playing in your head, and you're kind of like, why am I here again? Why am I attracting the same type of person? Why is the situation repeating? Because the Fool reverse and the 7 of Cups reverse for this other person, it's looking like they're kind of just very aloof. It doesn't really feel like it feels very like non-committal. And whether or not you're looking for commitment, it does seem to be affecting the dynamics of the relationship. So let's clarify and see how we can get you out of this energy here, Leo. We got Grace, and we have 9 of Wands. So what I'm getting is like, avoid gossiping about this person, because you really never know who people know. You don't want to say something, terrible about a person, and lo and behold, it's the friend of a friend of their cousin that knows them and will see them this weekend or something. I don't know, you know what I mean? Just, you never really know who knows who. So be graceful about your approach. If you do need to vent about this person, write it out. Write it out on a piece of paper, say what you need to say, and then burn it. Don't even tell it to them. So let's clarify, see why this person's okay, this same thing happens, so we're going to go ahead and take the top 2. Why is this person giving Leo a headache? Yeah. Yep, because they are essentially in their own state of heartbreak. It looks like they're still healing from their own heartbreaks, and that is why they're feeling non-committal. So it's why Seven of Wands in the reverse is telling me, and it's actually a Leo card, which is interesting. It's looking like they're just not coming forward the way you thought they would, and it doesn't feel reciprocal. It feels like they're maybe pulling back a little bit, maybe going inward. You know, again, it's Mercury retrograde, it's perfect for that. And we are in Pisces season, so, you know, the energies are very emotional right now. Very, very dreamy and emotional and detached in a lot of ways. So we're going to clarify the energy and lesson between you two with the Animal Oracle deck. We do have the Bat. So it says you have the power to transcend failure and move into a limitless future. So without even reading the definition, basically you gotta, like, stop selling yourself short, you know what I mean? Like, you're not obligated to wait around for this person no matter how much you care about them. You can still be friends, still talk to them, you know, but don't be afraid to explore other opportunities if somebody isn't even open to exploring a deeper relationship with you. Anything other than superficialness. Which, if you're, I'm not judging, like, if you're into the superficial one night stand type thing, like, do you, like, I'm not, that's on you. Let's see. So it says, Bat once crawled upon the earth, but she reached for the stars and now she can really fly. If you have pulled the bat to guide you, you too can become anything you want, but remember, everything has its own period of gestation, and as you progress to your own limitless future, you must transcend failure and its attendant fear, that of striving again. With failure comes the knowledge that brings you ever nearer your heart's goals until the destined day you are reborn. So, if this is somebody you've been talking to for a while, and it feels like you give this person a chance, and you do want to wait, this card is essentially telling me, like, to just let it gestate. You know, it literally said gestation, and so it's like, if you're thinking of this relationship in terms of a pregnancy, like, maybe this relationship has just been conceived, and so you need to let it grow. You know, let it grow into what it needs to grow into. Last card of advice for you is the Six of Pentacles. Some say this can be the soulmate card. It very well can be. But also recognize that do not force that definition onto people. Do not project the idealism of soulmates onto people, especially if it's somebody you barely know, because that is how you get attached, and that is what leads to unhealthy dynamics. But that actually concludes your reading. Leo, if you'd like to book a personal reading, please send me an email to desiretogoshepard@gmail.com. I wish you a beautiful weekend. I love you so much. Do not forget to know your worth. I'm like trying not to curse too much. I don't know if YouTube makes a big deal out of that. So I'm trying to like censor myself in some ways. So excuse me. That's oftentimes why I will not just blurt out things, and I kind of take time to think, because don't want YouTube banning me or my videos. So anyways, hello Virgo, hope you're doing well. I hope you had a beautiful week. We're doing this reading a bit differently, so it's going to be one deck for your energy, the other deck for another person's energy, clarified by these two decks respectively, and with a nice Oracle deck. Got a new Animal Oracle deck. It's going to be the energy and lesson between you both for the weekend of February 28th to March 1st, 2020. I swear, if I had $1 for every time I say the week of when it's a weekend reading, I guess I wouldn't have that many dollars, because I haven't been doing this for that long, but you know, it would be like a nice boost. But guys, excuse me, keep in mind, well, okay, this wanted to fly on out, so this is your energy, apparently. So keep in mind that this energy can apply to you or the other person, vice versa, however it applies. Don't force it if it doesn't fit. This can apply to any aspect of your chart. I implore you to have your chart open while we do this reading. You do not even have to have a placement. Even if you're a cross-watcher, you have Virgo in a house in your chart. So keep in mind that you do not have to have a heavy Virgo placements for this to resonate, or any placement at all. If the message fits, it fits. So energy of this person you're dealing with, Four of Wands in reverse, Ten of Pentacles, and you have the Four of Wands and Ace of Swords reverse. So I'm getting this energy. It's almost like you're feeling a bit delusional. You have Ten of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. This is interesting. Ten of Cups, excuse me. This is interesting. So what I'm seeing here is you're not necessarily looking at this in the right way, but it's not a bad thing. It's just like you're looking at this in the sense of like, oh, like this is like a something I want. That's like a passionate foundation that you want to build with somebody. Four of Pentacles, or God, I've been mixing up the signs all day. My bad. Four of Wands, but they had the Four of Wands reversed, but they had the Ten of Pentacles. And so it's like, it's almost as if one person sees this as like, oh, this is like a divine relationship, a soulmate or a twin flame, and the other person is like, no, I kind of see this as like a karmic relationship, something that isn't what you think. It's like you're not seeing the relationship in the same way. That doesn't mean it can't be any other definition. Again, don't force it. But sounds like we got some confirmation there with the beeping. I think it was an Amazon truck that drove by. But yeah, so keep in mind, like, just don't like project. This came out for, I think it was Cancer. Like, don't project an idea onto a person. Like, if you're projecting a soulmate or a twin flame, projecting that leads to disappointment. You know what I mean? Like, yes, it can be that, but if you're just like clinging on to the ideals that you've picked up over the various, you know, tarot readings that talk about twin flames, various just like things you read on the internet about twin flames, keep in mind that like everybody's journey is different, everybody's definition is subjective, and so like find what works for you and stop trying to force it so much. But let's go ahead and clarify. Because it doesn't feel like it's, if this is a continuation, it's kind of interesting. It's like, if this is a continuation, the Virgo that we've been, whoever that this has been for, if we're seeing like this in a timeline, like y'all were like beefing, mad beefing like the past 2 weeks. And so now it feels like it's coming out of that. But also this, it's like as if this person is like, not ready to take it as fast as you maybe wanted to take it because you guys just got out of whatever it was you were going through. And if that doesn't apply, it's okay. You don't have to force it. So clarifying your energy is the Cat Magic, which is Magician reverse, and the Five of Swords. Interesting. Okay. Clarify their energy. We have the Wheel of Fortune reverse, and we have 3 Wands. So now I'm getting another story. It's almost as if I'm getting the story of like, you're looking at this relationship in a way, you're looking at the relationship differently. And so it's like, maybe because we have the Ace of Swords reversed with the Four of Wands, it's as if like that Four of Wands that you were seeing now is, you're seeing this Four of Wands in this person. And they may be facing their own karmic retribution of whatever it was that happened between you two. Honestly, it's kind of what I'm getting here. We're going to clarify with the Animal Oracle deck. So what's the energy and lesson between you two? We have the Eagle. Create your vision. Looking at it from a bird's eye view, seeing it from a higher perspective. Oops. Seeing the bigger picture of the relationship, letting go of the petty squabbles, letting go of that Five of Swords. Stop focusing on the fact that there was conflict. Stop trying to be the karma of this person is what I'm hearing. You know what I mean? Like if you're trying to dish out karmic retribution to this person and you're being like you're almost kind of like make them be the martyr of the relationship. No, that's what's going to cause things to come to a screeching halt, is what I'm hearing. So we have the Eagle. So the Eagle. Magical, majestic eagle soars and swoops through the air before diving to grasp the fruits of the earth. Her vision senses a rabbit moving a mile in the distance. But to you, she gives a vision that unveils the past, encompasses the present, and reveals the future. Events will move swiftly from now on, so use the power of Eagle wisely to develop your spirituality and consciously create your dream of your vision of the future. Consider too the power of karma, which is implicit in your every action or inaction. So Virgo, recognize that if you try to dish out this karma, or you try to serve as the powers of the universe in this relationship, and you kind of try to make this person face their retribution, even if they've apologized and even if you've gotten to say your piece, that's going to backfire. Just saying. So we see right here, we have the Wheel of Fortune reverse twice. And trump cards, those are usually representative of universal energies. And so it's like, if you want to continue this pattern with this person, then continue the way you're going. But if you want things to change, you have to essentially learn to move past this Five of Swords. And I'm not going to tell you that it's going to be easy. I'm not going to say like you can just make that decision and it's over. You know, take things at your own pace. But recognize like that will help. You know, try to imagine feeling what you would want to feel were things to be healed and resolved. Work from there and take the steps you're guided to take. That's all I have for you though, Virgo. If you'd like to book a personal reading, send me an email to desireshepard@gmail.com. But I love you so much. I hope you have a beautiful week. And take care. Because we are now moving on to Libra. Okay. See, I might take a drink. Okay, excuse me. Hello, Libra. Hope you're doing well. Excuse me. Keep in mind that this reading can apply to any aspect of your chart. I do implore you to have your chart open while we do this reading. We're going to be doing it a bit differently. This is going to be the deck for your energy. This will be the deck for the other person's energy, clarified by 2 separate decks, respectively, and with a nice animal oracle message as a lesson and energy between you both. So keep in mind, time and energy are fluid. This message can apply to you or the other person, or vice versa. If it doesn't fit, don't force it. This will be for the weekend of February 21st to March 1st, or 28th to March 1st, 2020. So what do we got for you, Libra? We have Ten of Swords reverse and the Lovers. Beautiful. But I find it interesting that the Ten of Swords is reverse, because it's like I'm getting the feeling like there may be something that you want, but I feel like this is a continuation of the last Libra reading, because the last reading, if I remember correctly, your mind was essentially holding you back from moving forward with somebody that you wanted to be with. And so it's kind of like, I guess the universe has another message for you. Let's see. What's this person's energy? 6 of Swords and the Moon reversed. So, because the Moon in reverse to me, and the 6 of Swords and this person's energy, it's essentially telling me it's like they know what they want, but it's almost as if your lack of movement and lack of decision. Just fell out. Excuse me. Put that right here. So it's like you need to approach this a little bit more. Like there needs to be a playful rejuvenation of the connection. But I'm really hearing is like you need to tell this person what's going on. Tell them, like this came up last time, like don't be afraid to tell them your fears, because if this is really somebody you want to build something with, you need to be comfortable having those conversations. You need to be comfortable speaking about difficult things, even if you don't fully understand it yourself. You know, maybe this person can really help you understand that. I'm going to clarify your energy. High Priestess reverse, Two of Cups reverse. So it's like the veil has been lifted. You know what it is that is keeping things at a standstill. This person knows what it is that's keeping things at a standstill. It's like the elephant in the room. And you kind of have to learn to not project your past heartbreaks onto new people. That's what I'm seeing with that High Priestess reverse and Two of Cups reverse. It's like you're not trusting your intuition, you're not trusting your higher self. And you need to. Clarify this person's energy. Seven of Wands reverse, Nine of Wands. So it's almost there, like it's like they're feeling this lack of communication, whether that is loving communication or not, is kind of making, it seems like it's making them feel a bit not burdensome, but it's like, it's almost like, okay, hold on, because this is interesting, because we have the moon at the bottom, and then we have the moon reversed. And so it's almost like they're not seeing the relationship for what it is, because you're like kind of like moving funny is what it feels like. And it's not like you're doing it on purpose. Like, I'm not trying to like make you feel bad for having trauma that needs to be healed, or, you know, having things of your past that you don't want to repeat. That is perfectly normal. You should not feel bad or beat yourself up for that, you know. But it's like this person doesn't, they can't read your mind, you know what I mean? And so you need to kind of learn to communicate and tell them what's going on. Let them know your fears, let them know why you're scared, and let them know, like, if you're not comfortable moving to certain areas of the relationship, or if there are things that you need to warm up to and take time to get comfortable with, just like be honest with them. I'm really feeling like this person will be understanding. The Six of Swords is telling me that they're more than willing to be understanding. You just have to open up, you know? And it can be a scary thing, so take your time with that, but that's really what's coming through. So what's the lesson here between you two? Tortoise. When changes are made for the sake of change itself, and then resist. I'd like to take a peek at the book. What? Older than dinosaur, embodiment of ancient wisdom and living testament to the wonder of her form, unchanging tortoise plods on through time. Like tortoise, resist change for novelty's sake. Be true to your way of living, your partner, and your creativity. Lest you destroy something wonderful, then you yet know. Tortoise also cancels constructing a mental carapace to protect yourself from the unjustified criticisms of others. Just as tortoises' hatchlings emerge from their shells perfect, you two were born flawless. Yeah. So I'm actually getting the message now. If this person is pressuring you and they know that you're not ready, like, don't be afraid of having to pull away and set that firm boundary. Maybe this is what's the message is coming through too. It's not only learn to communicate your fears, but learn to communicate what you're not comfortable with. If you're not ready, you're not ready. You can't force that, honestly. But that is it for you today. I love you, Libra. Fantastic week. And I'll talk to you soon. Okay. Hello, Scorpio. I hope you're doing well. Keep in mind this reading can apply to any aspect of your chart. I implore you to have your chart open while we do this. If it doesn't fit, don't force it. This deck will be for your energy. This deck will be for another person's. We're going to be clarifying with two separate decks. So keep in mind these messages can apply to you or the other person. They do not have to fit, and they can go vice versa. Alright, Scorpio, what is the energy for you for the weekend of February 28th to March 1st, 2020? Death reverse. Ten of Pentacles. Death is a Scorpio card. So, I'm feeling like you're resisting change. You're resisting the end of a karmic relationship, perhaps. Okay. Yeah. That's the energy of the other person. Go. King of Swords reverse. So, it's like you just have to really come to terms with something that seems like it's kind of coming to a close. If you watched my weekly reading, there will be a card in the corner. This is something that came through. This is kind of the energy of not waiting for people to return. If they decide they want to leave, that's on them. It's not your responsibility to wait. But if it's over, and there's no need in pretending it's not. 10 of Wands, or 10 of Swords, 5 of Swords, yeah. Really coming to terms with the fact that it's almost as if there was a very harsh ending. And there's this sense of one needing to accept that. If you were the one dishing out some harsh words that have led to an ending, take responsibility for that. Clarifying. What is that? 8 of Swords, 8 of Wands, 3 of, yeah, Pentacles reverse, Ace of Cups bottom of the deck, and the Sun too. Put that out there. And the 10 of Pentacles, and the, I'm sorry, but these are all sticking out. Tower reverse. So, yeah. I think in order for things to move forward, should you decide to move forward with this person, you're going to have to let those old cycles come to an end. You're going to have to let each other off the hook at some point. You do not have to, find forgiveness if you're not comfortable with that. Take that at your own pace. But it's like, I'm just being shown like there was a situation where somebody said something that was really uncalled for. Spirit's kind of telling me it was on both ends. And that is what is leading to this Ace of Cups reverse. But we do have the Sun here, and the 10 of Pentacles again with the Tower reversed. And so it's almost as if this was kind of like divinely orchestrated to help you see each other's true colors to an extent. So we're going to clarify one last time here. With Animal Oracle. Moose. With self-reliance and measured patience, adversity will be overcome. So I'm being shown this, like, if y'all are still together, or it feels like this is a committed relationship where maybe there's some struggles, or if you just are in separation, there may have been some very difficult times. But the energies are basically showing me like this can be overcome should you both decide you want to. So we have the Moose. Where is it? There it is. So, Mythic Moose. Primal in her power, ranges mysteriously alone through the world's great boreal forest, taking her own decisions and vigorously defending herself with sharp hooves and mighty charges. Moose teaches the self-reliance that develops strength of character and the ability to overcome adversity. Secure, Moose has no need to rush into love and thereby court failure. She counsels that you two let love come in its own time, and so create a relationship of trust, profundity, and true meaning. Couldn't have said it better myself. So, I mean, just let time do its thing. Take the steps that you're guided to take, work together when needed. But it's like you have to learn to trust each other. And I feel like distrust is at the core of this conflict. It's at the core of this 10 of Swords and 5 of Swords. It's like the death in reverse is almost like you're resisting you're resisting the need to come to the end of your own trust issues. So both of you, oh, this is interesting. So what I'm being shown is almost as if your trust issues are affecting the relationship to the point of this person feeling very defensive, very indecisive, and what seems to be at the forefront of this, conflict in the relationship. But it's like not in the sense of like trust issues are not your fault, but healing and processing those emotions are your responsibility. What happened to you is not your fault. Nobody blames you for that, but you cannot use that as a reason to treat somebody else terribly. And that goes both ways. Keep in mind this energy is fluid. It doesn't have to be just for Scorpio. So this other person too, it's almost as if you both kind of have trust issues. I feel like everybody does to an extent. So understand that this can be overcome, not only the trust issues, but any conflict in the relationship. So that concludes your reading, Scorpio. I love you so much. Take time to yourself if you need to, and just really take time to process these emotions if they're very heavy. If you'd like to book a personal reading, please send me an email to jazarmashepard@gmail.com. Thank you all so much, and you have a fantastic weekend. That does conclude part 2 of the reading. The weekend reading will be split into 3 parts. I have 4 more to do. We're pushing the 37-minute mark here. So, yeah, thank you all so much. I'll have links in the description for the other parts, as well as some other videos if you'd like. But yeah, if you like these videos, like and subscribe, smash that like button, as people say. But thank you all so much. I love you all so much. I appreciate you. And I will see you in part 3. Bye.